Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video of Marvel Contest of Champions. We are gonna do war number 11 today, so close to Masters, and we ended up facing 4 Loki, as if we needed a harder match. So, for me, it started off with path number 8 and tile number 8 with Snowballing Fury and No Hit Mercy. The first defender was Werewolf by night, so brought in my Silk. Pretty straightforward fight here. I was just trying him not to get any kind of power gain, and with his SP2 with an easy evade on my with auto evades on the Silk, it was a pretty straightforward fight, fully boosted with 200% science and also 12% science. So I was trying to get specials as quick as possible and take the defenders down. Fight number 2 was against a red goblin on tile number 17 with Snowballing Fury, Personal Space and Underhanded Comment. Now red goblin is a tactic defender, so the whole thing was here to do some parries and hits in block and to get those prowesses up. Once you have enough prowesses up, then we can go in and start attacking him. The whole thing was to keep him to an SP1 only, because his SP1 is much easier to evade, and then slowly Domino will do her tricks. So yeah, just right here, throwing out an SP1, going back in. So at this point the fight becomes very comfortable, as long as you have built up the prowesses in the beginning, get that SP1 out. And the more near I stay to red goblin, he gains those furies, so I have to keep my distance as well. He's ready to eat an SP2 on the face, and boom, there we go. The bleeds kick in with some good damage, and yeah, there we go. So yeah, or just keeping red goblin to SP1 and letting him throw that out. Pretty simple, straightforward fight. With most of these tactic fights, it's all about building the prowesses up in the beginning. If you have those done, then the rest of the fights is much easier to manage. Right here again, trying to bait out the SP1, going in, rushing in with the striker, and that was that. We took down red goblin pretty easily. Now on the second section, I moved on to path number 7. Now path number 7 is an interesting one. We got tile number 25 with Second Wind, Unblockable and Make a Stand. So with Make a Stand, essentially all the damage is reduced by 75% unless you knock them down. So Silk naturally knocks down the defender, so that's not a problem. The second one though, whenever defender purifies or cleanses a debuff, they gain unblockable charge. But it doesn't apply to Doom. It was just a tanky and beefy Doom. To pretty straightforward fight, building up to an SP2 and making sure that we keep the slow up, and we slowly build up to an SP2 and throw that out with all of those vulnerabilities, and boom, look at that special. And because I was 200% boosted, we already got the second SP2 ready. So it was all about slowly letting him throw the SP1s, getting the power in control, and then throwing out my SP2s. Pretty straightforward and quick fight. Silk makes a short work of Doom right here. Another SP1 evade, and there he goes. Next one up is going to be a Kingpin. That's on tile number 34. Again, second one unblockable, Standing in Fear and Power Creep. Now this fight can get really annoying really bad, really quick. Now I made a mistake here. I was supposed to apply my Wags pre-fight here before I went in, but I forgot about it because I was running out of boost timing. So I thought, you know what, I'll just run in and just do the fight. But because I didn't have that, I wasn't able to reliably parry him, because if I parry, he is going to purify the stun, and because of that, of power creep, he will gain a lot of power, because the combat power rate will be increased. So my only choice here was to keep baiting out SP1s from him and keep hitting it in the block. Parry wasn't an option here, because if I start parrying him, one hit will give him so much power, he will get SP2s. So this was a rather long and difficult fight. It was going well for a few. I was able to keep the prowess up, but then in the middle of the fight he starts getting indestructible, and that's where it got like really fishy. Like if I push him to If I push him to parry, or if I try to dex him, the indestructible charge comes up. If I try to parry, the power creep comes in. So I was really missing out on Wag's pre-fight. But then slowly we got to it, trying to remove the indestructibles, trying to hit in the block. The SP1 was also back-to-back SP1s. The good thing here, what I did was I did not parry him, so I did not increase his power gain rate, and I was able to slowly, like really slowly, take him down. Even at 22% was such a touch and go fight. I was like, I don't know if you're gonna throw his special or not, and he's unblockable as well, so I had to be really careful. But eventually I was able to take him down, and it all went well. For future reference, I will have to bring in Wags here because that makes this fight much more easier. I think down at 14% the fight got really tough for me because of all of those prowesses and unblockables, and he's getting indestructibles, and like he's getting out of control a little bit here. So I have to like really play slow and with patience, trying not to get cornered, and like try hitting it in the block so I remove all of those prowesses. But the problem is him being charging into me, I have to evade, and if I evade he gets an indestructible charge. So yeah, it was quite back and forth, and then he gets an SP2. So I evade that, again 2 charges. So yeah, it went on like this, like a ping pong for quite a bit. And it got really annoying. With SP2 he also gets unstoppable, and before you know it he's got 5 charges. So yeah, it kind of gets out of hand very quick if you are not patient enough, if you don't like play it slow. So it was quite a bit annoying for me here. So again, missed an SP2 which was weird. Able to perfectly dex an unblockable, and now again he has 5 charges on him. So a fight that was going really well went a little to the sideways, and I was like, come on dude, this is gonna suck. And then finally, slow played, tried to get all the indestructible down, got some prowesses going, up to 3 prowesses, and then back in again. At this point I was like, you know what, okay, we wrestled the control back on the fight. Now it's all about just going in and finish off. One more SP2, 1 unblockable, just staying back. In hindsight I should have used a striker at 5% health, but that's okay. Going back in, and finally the fat ass is down. Ugh. Well, speaking of fat asses, I was assigned another one, and that was Onslaught node number 46, Aspect Evolution, Enhanced SP2, Special 2 Bias, and Enhanced Power Gain. Now, I've done this fight not on this mode before, but I just simply hate going against Onslaught. I practice a lot of his SP1 decks. I did make a few mistakes in the beginning, learned a lot from it, but I'm sure next time I fight this one I'm able to solo, because once you go through the experience of a fight you will understand how the mechanics work better. So first is trying to hit him in the block and getting him to throw a heavy attack, because I am normally, if you try to parry him and he goes unblockable, that's a lot of damage you take. So here we go, throws an SP1 out. Come on dude. Taking his sweet time. So I started off with an SP1 boost, so that's an evade, and the last evade is always a bit too early for me, always mess that up. So now waiting again for an SP1, and I messed up. It's just in time, but that's okay, I didn't take much damage there. So now I have an SP2 ready. I'm waiting for him to throw a heavy attack. There we go. And right there, I should have thrown a special attack, because I had only 3 charges remaining to get my special ready. But I hesitated here. I thought if I throw an SP2, my special attack will, and he gets to an SP2, my auto evade will not be ready, and I will die. But if I did throw my special there, the evade would have been ready anyway, because for every hit it will reduce. So that's what I learned from that. I do the same mistake again in a bit. So here I am avoiding the SP1, and now I'm hoping my evade is ready, so I can get back to another SP1 evade from him. So this fight, what I've realized, is all about you being aggressive and also having your auto evade up, and that's the way you can get through this fight. Trying to evade again. That one was a good evade. Got him into an intercept. So right now the setup is perfect. I should be going with a full combo in and with a striker, then into a big SP2, and at the end of it I'll have my auto evade ready again. So I should have gone with that. So right here, SP1 got hit, boom, bada boom. Look at the damage. So right here I've got the right setup. Heavy, there we go. Should keep going. So what I did wrong there, I stopped in between and did not complete my 5-hit combos to get more of those vulnerabilities up, physical vulnerabilities, and because of the less hits I did not get an auto evade ready on time. So I was hesitant because I didn't want to give him an SP2 without the evade, and because of that I died there. So I have to be, next time I play, I have to be aggressive on this fight and also have an invulnerability boost ready and maybe push him to an SP3. That's a much safer play. And with the auto evades and the SP3, this can be an easy solo. So that was the learning point there. I came back in again. Now more focus on the evade, got the first one out of the way and slowly building up again. Now I didn't have any SP1 here, so it was a long build up to an SP2. Again, evade on SP1. Here we go. So this fight is all about patience and getting it like a burst damage. My indestructible just got 2 hit there, so I have only 1 remaining. That's my evade helping me out. So now the setup is ready to do some good damage to him. There we go, throws in a heavy attack.